What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Game Channel. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are sitting back down to finish the Xbox Bethesda game showcase at this year's Games Fest. You know, I'm still trying to figure out why it's Xbox and Bethesda. I mean, is Bethesda now just owned outright by Xbox? Either way. So far, the showcase, it's been fine. A few titles that I've enjoyed, specifically that of the new Plague Tale game getting announced. I'm super excited for that. I love Plague Tale, or I love the first game, so super excited for a sequel. In the first game, which name keeps escaping me, I want to say Redfall, that vampire shooter that looked kind of like Borderlands. I'm already sold on it, or at least that I'm going to drop $60-$70 on it and just have fun with it. Everything else has been either kind of okay, or I really just don't care. And it seems to me almost like Xbox's strategy, and maybe it's got something to do with my views on Game Pass, where I think that, I have a weird fear that Xbox will just tell all of its like a lot of its first party developers, come on, just develop stuff. We need stuff. Just a bunch of small projects. Go, and get a whole bunch of more extra free content out there. I don't know. Most people would probably say, AJ, that's a very odd prediction, but it's a weird vibe that I'm getting from the showcase, because I was kind of thinking, it seems like Sony's approach is really hit them hard with these big haymaker blockbuster titles. I mean, coming up still at the end of this year, we've got Forspoken, that spell-slinging action game. I know that's still set to come out. We have Hogwarts Legacy next year, I believe. God of War Ragnarok has already been confirmed for 2023 launch. There's at least two other big titles that are escaping me right now. I know you could say, well, AJ, if they're big titles, why are you forgetting them? It's because I have the memory of an idiot. I almost said something else, and I just let it go. But Xbox seems to be going with this more like death by a thousand cuts strategy, where we're not going to come out with any like big haymaker games. We're going to come out with a whole bunch of smaller, medium-sized projects and kind of kill you with the jab, so to speak. So I don't know if it'll work, but so far I haven't seen the big explosive games. And I know there's supposed to be at least one with Starfield, which I'll hold my opinions on until we see it. So sorry for that long intro. You know me, I have to rant sometimes. Aw, look at it snuggle. Already out. Look, I get it. Minecraft's super popular. People like it. Nope.
They are the dreams we weave into our shared story. Some legends tell of peace and the beauty of simplicity. Some tell of danger and the end of all things. But the legends we hold dearest are legends of hope, of creativity, and of bravery, and friendships that change the world forever.
Okay, so is this like a narrative version of Minecraft? What is this?
This is the legend of a united overworld. United by you.
Okay. Oh my god, is it gonna be like Bannerlord in Minecraft? Action strategy game. Okay. I keep bumping my mouse. Sorry.
I remember when you first arrived. You made quite the entrance. You wanted to make a new life for yourself.
Okay.
And while you explored, you uncovered a mystery. I'm sure we can get to the bottom of this. Together.
I may or may not play that. If I do, I probably wouldn't do it on the channel, but I would. That seems like a game that I'd really like to while I listen to podcasts and stuff like that. Like I like small survival games, simulators and whatnot. I mean, hell, right now I'm playing. Before I sat down to do this, I was playing Fire Emblem with no volume. I'm just sitting and playing a random strategy game. So sometimes I like playing certain stuff. That I can just sit and focus on a menial task, quote unquote, while I listen to podcasts and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I'd have to see more of that game. The art style reminds me a lot of, if anybody's seen the game Slime Rancher, it reminds me of that. Am I the only one who's getting annoyed with all this? Everything has to be, oh, well, look, 4-player action. You can play with your friends. Like, I don't really have friends. I don't know. I'm old school, man. Gaming to me is a solo experience. I prefer it to be something I do to get away from people. And that just looks like furries mixed with Sea of Thieves. There we go. I didn't like Sea of Thieves. I don't think I'd like it when you throw furries into it either. If you're a furry out there and you feel like I've besmirched your honor, well, I'm sure you're fine people. But I'm still gonna make fun of it.
Benedict.
I got a fuck.
Feeling about this.
Oh, neat.
Since I found the first piece, there must be more. That's him. My father. I can guide you through his memories. We're close. Don't let your fright hold you back.
Case of Benedict Fox. Okay. So kind of an Ori-style side-scrolling action game. I know if you go back in the last video, I said those kind of games were not typically my style when I was talking about Hollow Knight. But you know what? The art style kind of grabbed me with this one. I might give that one a shot. I don't know. You put a neat art style to it. I'm usually willing to give it a look.
Bonjour everyone. I am excited to be here today to tell you more about Interior Night's first original creation, As Dusk Falls. It started with the desire to create a deep interactive experience all levels of players can enjoy together. Because stories are brilliant, universal tools that help us understand the heartbreaking beauty of life. This game is an uncompromising tale of family, resilience, and sacrifice, written like a prestige TV show with a unique motion graphic novel style that triggers the imagination. This is an interactive story powered by video games that gives you agency over the lives of far from perfect human beings. This is a thought-provoking experience you can play with people you love, discover insights about each other, and create shared memories. As Dusk Falls is an emotional experience that we hope will leave a mark with everyone who plays it.
Okay, am I an asshole for saying... So basically, you're just describing every narrative adventure game ever. Anything that's any David Cage game, any game that Telltale has done, The Quarry, anything else that Supermassive does. I mean, I really like your art style. That however she described it, I thought was really cool. And I do remember seeing something about that game a while back. And it did pique my interest. Again, art style really helps grab me from a surface level view. But what you told me there, and I fall prey to this, in both when I speak and when I'm just sitting listening as a fan, to just kind of that word soupy, oh, well, it's an emotional grab and everything. I don't know. I think it's easier to say, if something grabs you emotionally when you can see and point directly to it, like when I'm playing a game. But when all you're doing is showing me basically just little snapshots and saying, oh, well, we're hoping that it'll connect with you emotionally. And this, like, you're not telling me anything. You're not telling me anything about the game, who the characters are. Just, I'm not a fan of it. Essentially, what I'm saying is she didn't have to sit there and give us that little intro.
Just a pit stop.
We could have just hopped right into this, and I would have been totally on board with it.
But for us, it felt like a trap.
There's enough cash in that safe to put the last few weeks behind us. On the ground, now!
You were in the wrong place at the wrong time. We've been in the wrong place forever.
Sometimes doing the right thing is doing the wrong thing.
I've got eyes on two hostages.
None of us escaped that night.
It's okay.
Even those of us who made it out alive.
Stop! Why are you following me?
We've taken very different paths in life. But they all lead back to Two Rock.
Get rid of the cop.
Hey there.
Evening. Hey, Sam.
Say, you haven't seen three fellas in a blue pickup, have you?
Nope. Been here all day.
How you liking the Desert Dream?
Oh, can't complain.
Can I ask what brings you to Two Rock?
Love that song. Up to 8 players. Shit. Okay. Oh, okay. Cool. Next month. And no, this is that trailer was enough. You get what I'm saying? Like, that trailer, I think, shows what kind of game it is. You didn't need to describe it to me. But, like, there's enough clues of that it's going to be one of those narrative adventure branching path sort of narrative driven adventure games. You didn't have to do that whole intro to it. Just July 19th. Okay, we're playing that definitely. The game looks dope. I love those kind of games, and again, I'm gonna keep harping on it. Cool art style. Cool. Okay. You just said campaign mode, and that got my... Nah, probably not. I look at that. Yeah, it's really flashy and cool, but I'm getting For Honor vibes. There was another game, Absolver. It was something really similar to that sort of battle royale, martial arts sort of game, yeah. Hell is this? Okay. I'm gonna have to see some. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see more before I make a decision on that. I think that's one of those that I would either really enjoy or just go, yeah, or I start playing and just be bored out of my mind.
Stop by. Make sure you get your Billy Hog hot dog.
Special breaking report. More local teenagers have gone missing. This could be linked to the disturbing trend of missing teenagers from our otherwise
remake of Mr. Mosquito.
If anyone has seen the teenagers or has any other information, please contact
Oh no, it's that Honey I Shrunk the Kids game. It's literally not licensed with it, but you know what I mean.
Virgil knows you might be a little homesick, but that can be repaired. First, you will need to survive the yard against terrifying insects and treacherous wastelands. Unfortunately, my memory chip is a little rusty. But with a little maintenance, we can unravel why you are here. Before someone or something terminates your tiny existence. Good luck!
Okay. I'm gonna have to look more into that game because I saw the original premise and I was just like, man, just seems like a generic open world kind of. Again, you got to play with your friends to get the full experience. I don't know if there's like an actual decent like solo story experience here. I might give it a shot because that trailer actually got me to smile through most of it. I'm pretty simple to please. If you can get me to smile, I'll look into trying a game. I mean, I've seen a lot of interesting stuff so far. Again, I'm still waiting for that big, just blow me away.
They search for someone who does not exist. The Shadow. The forgotten child of a scattered race. Lost until now. Now they have awakened the Erebon. Now they have awakened me. But I am not their hope. I am their reckoning.
Okay, so you can move like that in shadows.
They will not drag me into
Shadow Legacy, there you go.
Because their light is a lie.
Alright, I'm in. The visuals to that game remind me a lot from, if anybody remembers some of the last couple, like, Prince of Persia games.
To those who heed a darker call.
Gross.
Those bold enough to cross the line of sin for deeper knowledge. Who follow an unquenchable yearning, born of blood and bone.
Is this narrator the same guy who plays the narrator guy in the Total War Warhammer games?
The forbidden secrets and foulest black rituals.
I think it is.
Life from death.
Sorry, I was making sure we're on HD at least.
To truly embrace this power, you must take it into the world. And you will be shunned, scorned, marked as a living sacrifice to this profane knowledge. You will be a priest of Rathma, a necromancer. confront the darkness alone. We are the speakers of the dead, and the dead have no mercy.
Okay. I was about to
excited to announce our 5th and final class, the Necromancer, a commander of the undead who joins the other iconic classes around the campfire in Diablo 4. These include the mighty barbarian, the elemental sorceress, the crafty rogue, and the powerful druid. And you'll want them because the demon Lilith, the daughter of hatred, has returned and spreading corruption and evil as she fights to reclaim our dark Gothic world as her own. And it's up to you to stop her. Now, Diablo 4 is the culmination of the 25-year history of the franchise, building on top of the best of what's come before with some, unique twists all its own. So let's dig a little deeper by watching, for the first time I might add, some Xbox Series X gameplay, while hearing from a few of the many people behind the game.
Okay, so real quick, I was really questioning what the hell this was, or what the hell was going on until I saw Diablo. I was like, okay, so this actually might get sales. Because at first I was like, this just looks like a generic, fantasy RPG, maybe? I don't know. I like the idea of playing as, a necromancer and this dark character fiddling with life and death and everything, but... come on, you've done nothing to draw me in here.
Diablo 4 is the next generation of action RPG, melding monster slaying and loot collecting with a fully realized open world.
It's not for the faint of heart. It's gory and unnerving. It's creepy.
Diablo 4 is all about player choice.
It takes all of the pillars of a Diablo game and just expands them with all of the new features that people really love and appreciate in modern games. Whoever you see yourself being, you can create in Diablo 4.
It's important to include robust character customization because then I can play the fantasy that I want to play. It allows you to switch around your playstyle as well.
Everything feels very powerful and fun.
One of the really cool things about having an open world is your journey that you take throughout Diablo 4 is your own. There's no linear path that you have to follow.
We've got almost 150 dungeons in the game.
There's all kinds of surprises as you're exploring.
Strongholds are an enemy territory that you need to reclaim.
You might have a space that begins as a hostile area, but after you've cleared it out,
the evil in this place has been cleansed.
It now becomes a friendly town.
Sometimes it's a new town, sometimes it's a new dungeon. There's a whole bunch of rewards that you get, and you have a real impact on the world as a result.
No, you can't leave us here. They might come back any moment.
Local events are really cool little story segments that happen within the open world.
You'll just be running through the world, and then a local event will pop up, and you can choose to participate in it, or get a group together and just wail on these giant world bosses.
These are events that take a lot of people, and you really have to work together.
Being able to see all the players on your screen, collaborating, trying to take this big monster down, it's epic.
It's so easy to create a community. It makes Diablo more of a social experience.
I hate that term in video game contexts. I hate it.
You're going to be able to group up.
Or you could play couch co-op. Two people on a couch can sit there and have a great experience.
We've created specific zones where players can engage in PvP.
If you go there, you can start swinging away at people. But you're also opening yourself up to being swung at.
If you're like really, really good, the game actually marks you as like a champion on the map. You basically become a loot pinata and everyone wants to chase you down.
The last story mission is really the beginning of a whole different part of the journey.
Now you're set up for the end game, and that end game is rich with things to do that allow you to get more and more powerful.
Whether it's new items or new dungeons or new Paragon boards, every single time you come back to play Diablo 4, there's going to be new stuff for you to experience.
All right, look, I'm gonna be 100 here. I don't really know Diablo. I've never really played Diablo. But this is always something odd to me with games, where it's like, oh well, the end game is the final story mission. It's really just the start of a whole new batch of content. Like, you can get stronger and stronger, and I'm like, okay, but what's the point of getting stronger and stronger? I've beaten the big. Who gives a shit? I guess it's kind of why MMOs have never really done it for me. Is because by after the end of the game, okay, now I'm just grinding for the sake of grinding. I mean, it's fun and all, but meh. I just eventually get bored of it. I don't know, man. I'm trying to come up with commentary to make this interesting. I'm just not finding a lot
And it's
to
something we're going to support for years.
a lot to say.
I'm really excited for folks to get their hands on Diablo 4.
Just to see millions of people really enjoying the different options.
Through the campaign,
local events,
couch co-op,
endgame,
PvP, it almost doesn't end.
And we are so close.
But see, it doesn't end, but it has no direction. Yeah, it's got a main, you know what I mean? It's got a campaign, but at some point, it's like I said, you're just going to be grinding for the sake of grinding. Again, for me, just that's weird. It's like, oh, it almost doesn't have an end, fine, but it doesn't, like I said, have a direction either, so who gives a shit?
We brought up.
Oh, god damn it. I was making a joke about Sea of Thieves earlier. Really? You're bringing in Sea of Thieves?
Within. And as this song will spell out, there's plenty to sing about. Now that you can finally be a captain, can you imagine owning your own ship, decorated with what you acquire? Then to satisfy your vanity, as long as there's no profanity, you can name it just how you desire.
Bodie McBoatface. But no profanity, because, you know, we're pirates. We're not degenerates.
Oh, to set sail as a pirate captain. That's why we really think that you should play this game.
And it's available with Xbox Game Pass, of course.
Oh, to set sail as a pirate captain. Adventure will come knocking on your door. Oh, to set sail as a pirate captain. And you'll be amazed at what we have in store. The choice is yours, whatever captain you may be. Whether that's gold looting, no-scope shooting, robo racing, or embracing, everybody's welcome in this game. So
Is there really that many people playing this game? I mean,
time is almost up, so as we leave,
I make no illusions that I know a lot about the MMO kind of landscape and everything, that I'm an expert in any of that shit, but I don't know, even 30 million players still seems like a lot, because from last I remember, that game really kind of came out as a limp fart in the wind. Like, yeah, sure, it was kind of interesting, but really it didn't have any staying power. I don't know, maybe again, as always, maybe I'm wrong. If you want to tell me, AJ, you're totally wrong, and tell me different, hey man, always happy to hear from you guys. I'm just gonna give this one a big fat meh. Ah, finally, a game where we get to play as an alien pinecone. Oh, never mind. Does anybody remember? It was when Xbox was trying to do all that stuff with all those little independent studios. They were investing in a lot of games like that. They invested in one called Thea. I played it on the channel. It was from Swedish, Norwegian. I'm not sure. From a European developer. The reason I bring it up is because that reminds me so much of that. Oh wait, did I play Thea on the? Did I play that on the Switch? I'm gonna play that one on the Switch. I can't remember, but I believe that was still Xbox trying to put some. Or was that EA? I think that was EA. I don't know. My brain hurts. What did I say at the beginning of this? I've got a terrible memory. Yeah, it was EA, because that's when we saw, oh, come on, brain, A Way Out for the first time. Yeah, it was that, they're working with them. Yeah, it was EA with Thea. But essentially, I was trying to make the point of that game reminded me of Thea.
I found you.
Oh, this is the Wukong game, is it not? No, it's not. Never mind. I've seen the name of this Wolong. Oh man, I feel like an asshole now. Because there is a Wukong game being developed, and I don't know. That was the vibe I was getting. I'm just trying to defend myself here.
Japan is the home to some of the most talented and well-known game creators anywhere in the world. We're thrilled to be working with Koei Tecmo.
Open your eyes.
Fallen Dynasty to Game Pass day one. I'm also excited to be working with Team Ninja, who has a long history of building incredible action games for Xbox. And it's
Ninja
great to be
Gaiden.
working with
Just
them
say Ninja
once
Gaiden.
again. We know how important it is to our fans to continue to bring more Japanese franchises to Xbox. I'm excited to...
It's hard to do that when your two big competitors are both Japanese companies, i.e. PlayStation and Nintendo. But fair enough. You know me, I love JRPGs. Any platform that I can play a JRPG, I'm on board with. So I'm maybe I'm being a little I'm being mean here because I don't like Phil Spencer. Again, looking a little less like a melted action figure here, but I still don't like him.
To announce the return of one of the most highly requested and beloved franchises to Xbox from our partners at Atlas.
Okay. Oh, that's right. Sorry. That's right. Yeah, this has been this hasn't been really secret. The secret, I thought it was the special. I don't know. It's been a while since I played Persona 3. Persona 3 Portable, Persona 4 Golden, and Persona 5 Royal are all getting brought to Xbox. Although I did see something that made me a little sad here. See if I can pause it at the right moment. Right. Okay, so yeah, they're doing that here with the mall and the in the actual game on the PS2, you can run around this area. You can go to all these different shops, the police station here, the I believe if I'm remembering correctly, accessory shop, that's a cafe. You can actually run around there. Back there's the Velvet Room. Karaoke, I believe, is up there. Again, it's been a long time since I played Persona 3. I need to plug in my PS2 and do it again. But this is something that the PSP version had, where you controlled a cursor on the map and selected where you go. You weren't a character, or you weren't a character model down on the screen moving about the 3D space. Which almost makes me ask the question, why they're doing this with why they brought the PSP version over to Xbox. Because personally, I think you should have just moved over Persona 3 FES. And you want to say, well, no, it can't even be. I was about to say, people would say, oh, well, it's easier to move the portable version. I'm like, you're moving the game for the PSP code to moving the PSP game to Xbox Series X and PC is easier than moving a PS2 game. I don't know. I just think FES would have made a lot more sense. I think the only thing that the portable version of the game gave you was the ability to play as the female protagonist. And I mean, it just looks better. Yeah, the sprites and everything were just better looking. I haven't really played a whole lot of the portable version. I have it on my Vita, but honestly, I'd just rather plug in my PS2 and play Persona 3. Okay, so yeah, they are just moving Persona 4 Golden over. Which I'm on board with. Go ahead. I love Persona 4 Golden. Yep, they're moving Royal over too. It's same with Murakami and the salt. What fucking internet video is that? The guy like with the meat and you're like slamming a knife into a cutting board and then just that weird flick thing with the salt. I've been thinking I'm trying to think here. I've been waiting for the complaints, which I'm actually a little surprised that they didn't come, of people bitching that this is more Sony more Sony exclusives coming over to Xbox. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, okay, sure. I was kind of getting ready to defend that point, even though I argue that point's null, and I think a lot of people maybe haven't realized that, mostly because we're moving two Persona 3 Portable, which has only been available on Portable, and even Persona 3 is only even... I'm trying to think. Outside of emulators, which I don't know my emulators at all. That game's only playable on the PS2 and the PSP/Vita, so okay, moving that game, that's, fine. You're moving a really old game. Persona 4 Golden, it's already on PC, so meh. And Persona 5, yeah, sure, you're moving over a great PlayStation 5, PlayStation exclusive, but again, how long's it been out? Okay, fine, move it over. It doesn't really bug me. Mix that with the fact that really these games aren't Sony's, they're Atlus's. Atlus is one of those big, like, kind of second-party studios, kind of like what Insomniac was. Yeah, a lot of what Atlus has done in the past has been with Sony, i.e. the Persona franchise, but even the larger Shin Megami Tensei franchise has been on Nintendo, i.e. the last Shin Megami Tensei game was a Nintendo, was on the Switch. I'm trying to think. Oh, I love the Trauma Center games. Those were on DS and also on the Wii. So, this isn't surprising. This is cool news. I mean, I already own all of these games in different formats, but it's cool. Yeah, because that's going to be the easiest port. My biggest question is, it's just still, why are you moving the portable version? I mean, if anybody out there knows anything, has seen an article or something, can explain that one to me, happy to hear it, because it makes no sense why you move the portable version. I mean, I get it. Persona 4 Golden was the portable version for Persona 4, but largely it played the exact same way. You were still the character model moving about the 3D world. You weren't, like I said, you weren't a cursor on a map. Again, the only thing I think the portable version gave you was the female protagonist. But I think there's an extra, and again, I say this because I really haven't played the portable version that much, but there's an extra social link, because again, with this Persona 3, it's social links. There's an extra social link in the FES edition, plus there's the 40-hour prologue where you play as Aegis and you're all trapped inside the dorm, playing that game after the main protagonist goes into his coma. That game, I'm pretty sure that wasn't in the portable version either. That was only in FES. I just do not get why they aren't porting FES over the portable version. If anybody knows, tell me, but it's weird to me. Yeah, I knew about that announcement. I'm surprised it took me that long to figure out when he said Atlus.
Partnership between Xbox Game Studios and one of the greatest creative minds and innovators in our industry. Someone that I have admired for many years.
Todd, the 12-year-old Howard.
I'm pleased to share we will be working together to create a brand new experience like we've never seen before.
Thank you, Phil.
Oh, never mind.
こんにちは。小島秀夫です。ずっと作りたかったゲームがあります。それは誰も体験したことも見たこともない全く新しいものです。それが作れる日が来るのをずっと待っておりました。マイクロソフトの最先端クラウドテクノロジーと、市場の変化によってその未知なる構想への挑戦がようやく可能となりました。少し時間はかかるかもしれませんが、これから、Xbox ゲームスタジオと提携し皆さんに喜んでいただけるニュースをお届けしていきたいと思います。ご期待ください。
You're not going to show us what it is, are you?
Thank you, Kojima-san.
Oh, you people suck.
We're thrilled to have Kojima Productions working with our teams at Xbox Game Studios. Today, for the first time ever, we have focused on showing you games that...
Oh my god, that is a dick move. not show, is saying like, oh yeah, we're teaming up with Hideo Kojima. He says it's going to be a brand new game that, has never, nobody's ever seen before. Yeah, and well, we're just not gonna tell you what's going on. I'm not going to tell you what it is because when Kojima says it's a brand new game that nobody's ever seen before, you know what? That might fucking be true. Because again, the last new game he came out with, that game was fucking Death Stranding. I fucking loved. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm just taking a look here. Like some of these games we didn't see. We didn't see Atomic Heart, which is kind of a, I don't know. There's like robots and communism and shit. Yeah, we didn't see the Callisto Protocol. We didn't see Hello Neighbor 2. Oh, that's right. There is a Dead Space remake supposedly in the works that I thought Callisto Project was, but that's not an Xbox project because that was shown during the Sony showcase a while back. Again, not an Xbox project because I know that's also showing up on PlayStation. I believe I thought it was that was revealed during the PlayStation event. Or also, it was shown more at the Capcom event that we probably won't take a look at because, as far as I understand, that one's all Resident Evil shit. It's Resident Evil 4, the remake or the additional content to 8, and then I'm willing to bet more fighting game stuff that just wouldn't keep my attention. I lost what I paused for first place.
Today's show celebrates a diverse lineup of global game creators of all sizes who bring with them unlimited potential. Games from these creators will be coming to Game Pass every single month, including Naraka Blade Point, As Dusk Falls, A Plague Tale Requiem, Pentiment, Persona 5 Royale, Somerville, and Scorn, just to name a few. And we start 2023 with the launches of some of the most anticipated titles from the teams at Xbox and Bethesda.
Look, I said Royale for the longest time until I got outvoted. I do believe it is Royal. I mean, I believe they even say it when the game opens up. It says Persona 5 Royal. God, Phil Spencer. But no, again, I'm just so drawn into what Kojima could be saying is going to be a brand new project or a brand new whatever game. Oh my god, what does that crazy bastard have for us this time?
Redfall, Minecraft Legends.
Last time it was FedEx, the video game,
and more. This has been an incredible
year. I loved FedEx, the video game.
Achieved record growth across console and Game Pass, with millions of people playing our games every single day. And we have you to thank for that.
Yeah, well, a lot of people still want to see those numbers. Exactly.
Xbox Cloud Gaming, or our longest fans playing on Xbox and PC. We could not have done this without you. A year ago, we welcomed the talented studios at Bethesda Softworks to Xbox.
You bought them. We welcome them. You bought them, asswipe. I'm sorry. I hate it when he starts doing this. And I know all studio heads, all whatever does this. Phil May did it when he was with Nintendo. House did it with Switch or with PlayStation. Oh my god, I don't know what it is about Phil Spencer. It just irritates the shit out of me. He's like, oh well, we've had all these, all these numbers increasing to Xbox games and Game Pass and everything. Okay, but a lot of the other companies are pretty open with their sales numbers. I'm not saying that they're, it's super easy to find, but Xbox is super cagey with these details, and it makes a lot of people ask the question, why? I mean, hell, I believe it was the president of Take-Two. He came out and said PlayStation's approach to video game like streaming is probably is the better approach compared to what Xbox does. Again, take that for what you will, but I don't know. I maybe I'm biased here. Again, I always say this. I hate Phil Spencer. I just there's something about him that really pisses me off. So maybe that's what this is. Maybe this is just a lot of salt coming from AJ. I don't know.
Their teams have been hard at work, bringing their friends new experiences. Starfield. Our show today has highlighted it. First look at one is Starfield.
There we go. Okay. Sorry. I just wanted to get through. Because I'm going to start yelling again, and we don't need that. Just wait until Todd Howard takes the stage. He's wearing like a brown leather jacket. I think it was Dan Q8000 who said that's the same jacket he wore when they announced Fallout 76, and look what happened to that shit.
Maintaining exit vector course. Steady till ready. Coordinates input. Plotting jump course. Guidance has converged. We're looking good. Allocating auxiliary reactor power. System checks are green across the board. Grav jump commencing in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's hard to express how excited all of us at Bethesda are to be here with you today. We're so grateful you're spending the time, and we know you've waited a long time to finally see Starfield. It's easily our most ambitious game ever. Like our previous games, it's an epic role-playing game where you get to be who you want and go where you want. But this time, you'll be exploring space. So let's jump right in. This is early in the game as you arrive on the mysterious moon of Crete.
Yeah, they're taking the Tom Cruise method of filming him from an upward angle, so it makes him appear a little taller. Look, man, Todd Howard, I love you, dude. I seriously, I make fun of you in a totally different way from Phil Spencer. Phil Spencer comes from a mean place. With you, it comes from I mean, dude, you. I like making fun of how short he is. It makes me feel better about myself. Let me be. Totally ad hominem, but still. Ad hominem? Whatever. He's short. Sounds like he sucks on helium.
According to the scanners, the abandoned research facility is in this direction.
Alright, I was about to ask, are we in first person or are we inside that robot suit? Does anyone else feel like they're just ripping off No Man's Sky?
appear that pirates of the Crimson Fleet are using the facility.
Yeah, it looks like No Man's Sky with actual shit to do.
No one's getting through. Hey, there you are. We've got company. Opening fire. Think that guy down, huh?
It's like pointless grenades for 200, Alex. Really, we're this far in the future and we still need a double-barreled shotgun. So I see we're just ripping off laser rifle models from Fallout. That's what that looks like to me.
After some initial encounters, you're invited to join Constellation, who, in the future the game is set in, are the last group of space explorers. To meet them, you'll head to the capital city of New Atlantis.
Okay. Look, I was being a little shitty here, but looks smooth, looks fine. Kind of reminds me of the opening from the Outer Worlds, whatever that Obsidian game that I really like the premise to, and just I don't know, it got super stale to me. I'm afraid that that's what this is gonna end up being. I don't know, man. I'm just getting a weird feeling from what from that opening. It just something about it. I can't put my finger on it, but something about it just making me go, eh. I mean, did he even explain why we landed on Crete in the first place? Like, are we just a generic explorer? Like, what are we?
Welcome to Constellation. We have a lot to talk about. We're all here because we're committed to the biggest question of all. What's out there? These artifacts could be everything we've been looking for. As to what they are, what they're building, you'll be part of solving that puzzle now.
So, you found something?
The new guy found it.
You dug up the artifact, right? That means you saw it. The visions?
The artifact you found appears to be one of many, scattered across the galaxy. If we can find more, we can unlock their secrets.
Beautiful, isn't it? The man who sold me this told me that it spoke to him.
Of course, the settled systems is full of groups with other priorities.
That's the Crimson Fleet! Everybody get ready!
The fleet doesn't follow the rules. Agree to work for UCC, Steph. And together, we take down these cutthroat pirates.
We're not just here to shoot the bad guys. We're peacekeepers. We protect the people of the Free Star Collective.
When you sign up with the Crimson Fleet, no one quits. The only way out is death.
The path ahead may be dangerous, but we are not stopping. Most Dusties don't even make it this far. Because whatever lies at the end of this road will change humanity forever.
Okay, so this is the stuff they should have led with, because that opening bit of combat, I don't know why, something wasn't sitting right with me. Now that I'm seeing the characters, interactions, the sum of what the story is, I mean, it's kind of this scavenger hunt across the galaxy for these pieces of a key or whatever. Does anybody remember KOTOR? That's pretty much what that game's plot was. Works for me. I'm kind of liking it. I'm even liking the fact that it looks like you can kind of choose your factions, team up with the bad guys if you want. Like I said, should have led with this. Not by I'm not talking put Starfield at the start of the conference. What I mean is, before showing the combat, show that.
But ultimately, it's not our story. It's the story you create by who you are and the choices you make. And that starts with character creation. It's our most flexible yet. You can customize all the elements of how you look. You'll pick a background that gives you 3 starting skills.
It says here you spend some time as a diplomat. Having a way with words might prove useful.
There are optional traits, and these come with unique advantages and disadvantages. But it's not just in how you can look, but in how your character plays and develops. The skill system combines the best from our previous games, and you can unlock new skills as you level up, and then you rank those skills up by using them and completing challenges. And there's deep crafting systems, from running research projects with resources you find, to crafting weapon mods needed to survive.
So bringing over stuff that they had in Fallout 4, i.e. the crafting system. I'm liking the idea of running research projects. That gives me the idea that maybe we're going to have some sort of upgradable base, probably our ship. See, if we're able to build up a ship, I'm kind of hoping that maybe we can get like companions or bring people along with us on our adventures. Maybe I'm just hoping. I mean, that's not. I don't want to say that Fallout games that Bethesda games have never had companions follow you around, because they do, but I don't know. Maybe not in that traditional like BioWare sense, I guess, that I personally like. There was one other point that I wanted to talk about, the skill system. I'm gonna have to play with it and see if I like it or not. I'm not a big fan of the menu that they just showed, but I don't know. Hands-on is always different than just taking a look at it for about 30 seconds.
And you can build your own outposts. These act as a home away from home for survival and resource generation. You can choose where and how to build each one, and you can hire characters you meet to keep it up and running.
Okay.
But that's not all. You can even build your own spaceships.
Okay. So yeah, the little outposts are similar to the community settlement building in Fallout 4. I'm just hoping the UI is a little better. I'm just hoping that, I don't know, it's not as big a pain in the ass to build as it was in 4. I fiddled with it, but at the end of the day, meh.
You can choose crew members, and yes, you can completely customize the look and layout. There's loads of different modules, ship manufacturers, and more. I have to say, it's so cool. We just absolutely love this.
Okay. Dope.
It's not just how the ship looks, it's how it performs, from engines to shields to weapon systems, because yes, you can fly it.
Thrusters boosted.
still getting No Man's Sky vibes that are, maybe that's what's giving me that kind of queasy feeling, because I hated that game. Can you board them? No? Okay. I don't know why, but I'm having like this weird like hope against hope that I can do like space trading, that, you know, like I can load my ship up with goods and put like cargo modules and stuff on them so I can run goods back and forth between planets. I don't know why I find that to be such an appealing idea. Again, it reminds me of Death Stranding, but I really hope that's in the game. Probably isn't, but God, I can hope. Oh, you showed that kind of like a docking feature, so it does look like maybe you can knock out and like board enemy ships or something.
We can't wait for all of you to experience the game. Thanks again for being with us today, and thanks for all the support you've given us over the decades, especially on this game. It's been an incredible journey for us making it, but we know that's really only the beginning, for it's when all of you play it that the real journey begins. And you may be wondering, just how big is this game? So we thought we'd take one last moment and show you.
Oh, Todd Howard.
Let's take a look at one of our planets, Jemison.
I make fun of you, but you're fun.
But you can also land and explore anywhere on the planet. And it's not just this planet, it's all the planets in the system. From barren but resource-heavy ice balls to Goldilocks planets with life. And not just this system, but over 100 systems. Over 1,000 planets, all open for you to explore. We can't wait to see what you find.
Okay, which does give me a lot of questions on performance of this game. How's it going to run? How the AI is going to work on all these different planets, how the load screens are going to work on this game, because again, that's one of my biggest issues with Fallout, is just the constant load screens. Again, that was something that was promised in No Man's Sky, this concept of being able to land on a planet and then do all this shit on the planet. You know, you can be in the whole planet, okay, but how big is the planet? How big is the area around it? Just a lot of moving parts and a lot of places where that can go wrong. Okay, come on, that walking animation straight out of Fallout 4. That did the trailer with the Wanderer walking with the dog. Can I get a dog in this game? I don't know, Todd. If I can't get a dog. Okay. Played day one with Game Pass. All right. Well, while the final little sizzle reel kind of plays, my final thoughts on the full conference, and they did do like an extended, like another hour and a half a couple days after this one, and yes, we will take a look at that in the coming days. What are my final thoughts on this one? It was fine. It was enjoyable. I think they talked about a lot of cool stuff. But at the end of the day, Starfield was probably the biggest wow factor. I mean, like I said, the one that I'm probably actually the most excited for, though, is Plague Tale. But I just think having one big wow factor game, again, when Sony is just constantly pulling out big titles, franchises, whatever. And I get it. I'm sure some people are going to say, well, AJ, how do you know Forspoken is going to be big? Well, okay, it's hyped. It looks dope. Yeah, again, well, how do you know the Harry Potter game is going to be good? Well, again, at least they're connecting themselves to this big franchise. I don't know. I'm trying to think the best way to describe this. It's just, I think Sony is making an effort for a lot of bigger spectacle pieces. Yeah, maybe they all won't work out, but I think it's a better move than what Xbox is doing with what seems to be a lot more smaller scale, medium-sized projects. It's what I said at the very beginning of this. I just don't. I still think they need some big punches, and Starfield alone isn't going to do it. And I'm not seeing anything here that is a big knockout punch along with Starfield. It's just a lot of smaller projects that make you go, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll give that one a shot if I remember it in 2 months. You know, that's the way I look at it. But all right, guys. Well, that's going to about do it for this one. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Always happy to hear from you guys. You can also hit me up on Twitter. Link in the description. Mine's as well is down there if you prefer that site. Had fun with this. I'm just trying to think if I have anything else to say while I kind of stall for time. I don't think I do. So, as usual, social media in the description. Like, comment, not already. Please subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned more next time. Till then, my name's AJ Gels. This is Something for the Gaming Channel. I'm out.